Alright, what's going on everyone? My name is Sakairos, welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about something that a lot of you in the gaming community have probably heard a lot about recently, and that is the absolute disaster that is the GTA Definitive Trilogy Remaster, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's just bad. There's a lot of bugs. Rockstar really screwed up on what should have been their biggest and most impressive release of the year, because let's be honest, at this point we're never gonna get a GTA 6, so we just have to take what we can get. And yeah, there are just countless bugs in this. There's like, they messed up their own logo, apparently, in Vice City. I don't even know how they did that. It's just, it's mind-boggling. One of the funniest ones, I think, is, so around the maps of these various games, there were these shops and, you know, little like stores and just stuff to detail the world, and sometimes they would have funny messages on the outside of them, like Shaft hot dogs, the taste of a real man's meat, for example. And I'm assuming that it was an AI that did this, but at the same time, I have reasons to think that it wasn't, and this is just stupid, and I'll get into that in a bit. But the taste of a real man's meat, haha funny joke, has turned into the taste of a real man's heat. What? That doesn't- Dude, okay, I'm just trying to wrap my head around this, because at the same time, if it was done by an AI, like, I understand how it would get that wrong, because this original image file, this original texture for the sign is not very high quality, and that's the whole point of the remaster, is to raise the quality of the textures and the graphics. But the thing is, the graphic of the actual hot dog on the sign is completely different than the one that was there before, which means someone had to have put that on there manually, and the fact that they didn't realize that taste of a real man's heat was a mistake is absolutely insane. It's even worse in the case of Screamin' Colin's guitars from Vice City, because Guitar Wank booths now available has turned into Guitar Hank. All one word, just Guitar Hank. Dude, how did they mess this up? And the texture is different. Like, you can see on the old one, there were like the guitars behind the window, and that was part of the texture, and that's not there anymore, which means someone had to manually look this over, fucking looked at Guitar Hank booths and said, oh yeah, that's perfectly fine. And then on the other side of the store, Air Guitars has turned into AR Guitars, which, to be fair, does sound like something that would be in a GTA game, but at the same time, how do you not realize that that's not how it's... Oh, also, let's talk about the rain. So, the rain in the original games looks like this, right? It's not super high quality, obviously, because they were made like forever ago in video game time, but it's playable, right? You can play in the rain, it looks kind of cool. This is what it looks like in the remaster. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't fucking remember when it started raining milk. What is this? This isn't playable. This literally is not playable. You can't see anything. Just think about how much testing and playing the game and going through every single file and making sure that everything was absolutely right to make these original games. The GTA franchise is some of the most complex and in-depth and like evolved advanced games in the entire world, especially when they first came out. And now think about how little testing had to be done to not notice that the game is literally unplayable when it starts raining. And that's just like some of the graphical stuff, not to even mention the countless glitches that happen in this game, a lot of which involve you just colliding with objects that you're quote-unquote supposed to be colliding with, and then just getting absolutely launched for no reason. Or what about this one, for example? Remember the land shark bug from Stranded Deep? Remember that game? I guess Rockstar decided to upgrade from land sharks to land helicopters. You know what, this is just how they're gonna fight the sandworms in Dune Part 2. I've decided it. This is my prediction. This is my headcanon. This is how it's gonna happen. They're gonna take their ornithopters and just right under the sand, and they're gonna blow up the sandworms. Yeah, GTA San Andreas is actually just it's a prequel to Dune, if you didn't know. In conclusion, Rockstar really screwed this one up, and I don't know how they did it this badly, but they did. So that really sucks. To anyone that bought this when it first came out, I am so very sorry. I hope that you get your money back, or at least a version of the game that is playable when it rains. Anyways, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, especially subscribe, and maybe leave a comment with what you want to see next. My name is Sakairis, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.